start the video if you're gonna use.
Make sure the phones are on the top.
Brad, can
Yeah.
you hear me? I think we're good to go.
Start the meeting of regular meeting Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. The Planning and Zoning Commission of the Town of Rockland. Let us start with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I nominate Commissioner David Seller as temporary chair for this meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll start with the roll call on Kristen Little, Josh Dykstra, Daniel Wall,
Please rise.
Dave Stoddard, Matt Coachwell,
Brett Alberts, that's Sean.
Kevin McSherry,
Jessica Canal.
thank you. And Josh will then do a signature for John Carter. Thank you. Okay, moving on to the public hearing section. Recess public hearings, we have none. New public hearings.
Z-21-133.
This is for 60 Oxford Road, owner and applicant to Pickon Holdings LLC, 15 Apple Drive, Oxford, Connecticut, 06478, proposed Dunkin' Donuts. This is a special exception, excuse me, Article 10, Article 7, Section 7.3.2, for a drive-through window. And I also just want to let you know, folks, I know these radio acoustics are absolutely lovely. Echoes, bouncing, everything all over the place. So feel free to move a little bit closer to your chair to help. Don't be too big, happy family, but just to let you know, so hopefully you can hear it. Just wanted to throw that out there. So before we start the public hearing, I have to read through the intent of the public hearing and the procedures. So bear with me for a minute or two as I go through this. The intent of the public hearing procedures is to have the applicant and his or her authorized representatives present to the commission and to the public all the information that is necessary or pertinent to the application. We're going to hear questions from the commission members and the staff relevant to the application for the applicant's response. And it's also the intent is to hear questions and or input from the public relevant to the aspects of this application only. This can include comments in favor or opposed to the application, general comments, or questions which are going to be fielded by the chairman to the applicant for response if appropriate. Those people wishing to speak are requested. We have a small group here, so we'll probably talk. Raise your hand, say you want to say something, you're right on signage and stuff like that. I'll also work with anybody who's online as well. But those who wish to speak may do so upon recognition, upon stating the name, address, and interest in the application. All speakers will be allowed a reasonable opportunity to be heard. The speakers may not speak again until all the others have had the opportunity to speak. I'm going to call for conflicts of interest from commission members. Then I'll ask the applicant or applicant's representatives if they have reason to believe that any commission members have any conflicts. Our secretary will read the correspondence. The applicant has submitted their public hearing notification with certified return receipts, required notice of the dealing to people who own or occupy property within 250 feet radius of the land and the subject of the hearing, explaining who they are, what the said application is requesting, where the location of this proposal is, when, where, and why the public hearing is scheduled. Jess, is that confirmed? Do you have all these words back? I'm sorry, for the certified return receipt requested notice. Did we get everything? else?
Got everything.
Probably was actually jumping ahead to applicants. Number 7, or the applicant has submitted the return receipt cards to the commission at the time of the vote. Applicant will provide proof, picture with the date that the notice of the hearing sign is posted on the subject property 10 days prior to the date of the hearing, detailing this notice of hearing, the date of hearing, the time of hearing, the place of hearing, the statement from the recommendation to contact Austin Town Hall. Then we'll have the applicant or applicants make a presentation, the commission and staff will ask questions, the public will participate. Additional questions by the conflicts, additional comments and questions by the commission members and staff. And then the chairman will solicit a motion, give a recess. Or close the public hearing. So at this point in time, I'd like to have secretary read the legal notice for the said application.
Town of Oxford Planning and Zoning Commission public hearing. The Planning and Zoning Commission of the Town of Oxford, Connecticut will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 19th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. on the following application. Z-21-133, 60 Oxford Road, owner applicant, Pitcon Holdings LLC, 15 Apple Drive, Oxford, Connecticut, 06478, proposed Dunkin' Donuts special exception on section 7.7.3.2, drive-through window. The public hearing will be held in the meeting of the SB Church Memorial Town Hall, located at 46 Oxford Road, Oxford, Connecticut, and remotely via Zoom. Interested persons can join the Zoom meeting via the following. And there's the Zoom information. At the meeting, interested persons can be heard and written communication received. A copy of the proposal is on file in the planning and zoning office and the town clerk's office located at 46 Oxford Road, Oxford, Connecticut, dated Oxford, Connecticut, this 9th day of September 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. At this time, I'm going to call for any conflicts of interest in commission members by roll call. Mr. Josh Hicks, no conflicts.
Dan Wall, no conflicts. Steve Perez, no conflicts.
Dave Sawyer, no conflicts.
Patrick Coachella, no conflict.
Brett Olbers, for the record, the applicant is my brother-in-law, but I don't have any financial interest in the building or business, so no conflicts of interest. Just Chairman, no conflicts.
To the applicant, I'm not sure who the applicant is. I just want, you don't have to get up yet. I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Do you have any reason to believe that any of the commission members have any conflicts of interest? No. No, thank you. Okay. Mr. Secretary, is there any additional correspondence that we read into the
Are the two letters from the consulting engineer who is present, so they want to discuss it himself and then
Okay, very good. Okay, so at this time, then, the applicant will be welcome to the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Excuse me for the record. Donald Smith Jr., professional engineer with an office at 56 Greenwood Circle in Seymour. I'm here tonight representing the applicant, Pitcon Holdings LLC. Mr. Jim Zeppos is the principal of that LLC. He's here with me tonight, as well as the Dunkin' Donuts regional manager. And here for any specific questions related to Dunkin' Donuts. I think as the secretary had indicated, we have submitted copies of our joiners notices as well as information that we have posted required sign. And then on 10/7, that was provided to the secretary last week. As you're aware, we're here tonight for an application for a special exception for a drive-through window for Dunkin' Donuts at 60 Oxford Road. The Dunkin' Donuts itself is not part of that. That's a permitted use. Special exception specifically is to the drive-through window. I think you're probably familiar with 60 Oxford Road. Originally, it was a Shelton Savings Bank and Webster Bank. It's at the intersection of Greatfield Road, 67. Here on the map, number 67 or Oxford Road at the bottom of the page. Great Hill Road is directly opposite. This is a fully signalized intersection here. That's the bank driveway to Great Hill Road. The parcel lies on the easterly side of Route 67. To the south is a quarter water company, well fields. One of the wells is about 180 feet to the south of our property. Property to the further to the east is also Aquarion, as well as Little River. A small portion of Little River actually crosses our property. And then further to the north is the parking lot associated with Fritz's Snack Bar. Parking lot right up to the end of the property. The proposal is for Dunkin' Donuts to occupy the entire first floor of this building, approximately 2,000 square feet. It'll be include a prep area, a serving area, and seating for 14. The existing insurance office up on the second floor will remain. There's no changes to that. Based on aerial photographs, this property has been in existence with structures on it since at least 1951. So this parcel predates the zoning, and the site is a non-conforming site in the commercial district. Our lot area is only 33,000 square feet, a little over 3/4 of an acre compared to your requirements of 1.5 acres. So for commercial lot square, 160 feet required, we only have about 140. One pitch 175 required, and 140.5 feet provided. So it's a small lot compared to the current zoning requirements. The building that is there is connected to the municipal water, sewer, and natural gas, obviously, as well as electric and power. It is connected to the water supply, municipal water, and sewer supply. The site is located in an aquifer protection zone. As I said, it butts the Aquarion well field with a well further to the south. We've been working with Aquarion and the Inland Wetlands Commission to develop a stormwater management plan that's acceptable to all parties. At a minimum, we'll be installing 2 additional catch basins on the site to capture and pre-treat the runoff before it's being discharged. Currently, there is a paved leak off on the site that discharges some runoff, runoff to the south. And basically, the easterly third or so parcel is not put catch drained by catch basins. That just runs right off and down the hill into the river. So we're adding some curbing along the back and a couple of catch basins in that, so that we'll be able to collect all of that surface runoff, treat it for suspended solids, and put it through our storm drainage system before discharging offsite. So at a minimum, we think we'll be improving water quality discharging from the site. As I said, currently our application is still pending before wetlands, so as much as we'd like to have it closed here tonight, we won't be able to, because we're still pending on wetlands. The layout of the site will generally remain the same as it has for the past 30 years, with the exception that the drive-through lane will be extended to accommodate a total of 14 cars and pavement widened to allow bypassing of vehicles that are waiting for the drive-through. So, okay. Again, obviously the building that's exists there is the rose color, salmon color, square in the middle, or kind of in the middle. The drive-through window is on the north side, and something to the back of the property, and the back of the building. So, we provide space for 14 cars, starting with the pickup window, up and around the turn around, and then all the way up along the face of the property, the face of the building, to the entrance. So you got room. There's 14 cars that get stacked. That's one of the requirements that DOT has, is that they like to see 14 cars stacked on the property. Sufficient stacking room on the parcel as opposed to out on the street for people trying to get room to stack up 14 cars. There would still be a bypass lane, so to speak, for other patrons that wish to come in to the park or drive up and around bypassing drive-through lane, there's room to bypass around and then come back out and exit the site. So even with 14 cars in the drive-through lane, our site will continue to operate. We're also providing two, let's say, waiting spaces for those individuals that might have a larger order. Rather than stopping the whole drive-through queue, there's room for them to pull off beyond the truck pickup window. And wait for the order. Right now, there is no dumpster enclosure around the site. Were there before, the dumpster was kind of just sitting out on the back, all exposed. We are proposing to provide a fully enclosed, screened dumpster enclosure on the property. So we will address that. And we will be providing a total of 24 parking spaces on the site. The impervious coverage will increase by about 2,000 square feet over the current conditions. Really, in order to get the some additional parking on and that dumpster location. New site lighting will be provided at the existing fixture locations. LED site lighting will be provided. Invite that site. Although no changes are proposed to the site driveway from Route 67, DOT has indicated that they will be requiring a traffic study provided in order to identify any traffic issues related to the drive-through. Their requirements that we provide those 14 cars. We have not initiated that traffic study yet. We wanted to make sure we got to the local level first before going to that level. Before provide that traffic study. As far as the building is concerned, part of the plan package that we have some elevations. So it will get a new coat of paint. Generally a darker gray, it's called a bronco gray on this, that would be the whole body of the building. Basically similar to the gray that was there originally, with some off-white trim, so that's some color for the trim. And there'll be some, obviously, some Dunkin' Donuts accent colors. And there's some proposed signage on the face of the building, facing Route 67. 22.3 square feet for a building market sign facing Route 67. Entrance elevation for the building essentially remains unchanged. And then on the north side of the building, where the drive-through window is, it's proposed for two wall-mounted signs. And then there would be a new doorway cut into the front part of the building to allow staff to get from behind the counter up to those two additional waiting spaces that might be in the queue. So we'll have some minor building modifications for the door. Other than that, the building will stay the same as it is now from the outside. Inside, obviously, the interior will be renovated. The wall will remain. But we're not going to, the wall's going to be in the prep area and not in the serving area, so you're not going to be able to have your coffee on the wall like some of the restaurants you get. In terms of signage, this one, there's an existing freestanding sign on the site. Basically, it's just shy of what it's not conforming. In terms of the setback, it's very close to the line, just slightly not conforming, but that sign is proposed to remain with just a copy change from Webster Bank over to the Dunkin'. And then lastly, as far as the compliance with your special exception criteria and regulations, we offer the following. The project does not meet the thresholds listed in your regulations to require a traffic study. So we have not provided one. There's some square foot of parking space requirements that would be will trigger a traffic study. We don't come close to those, so we do not provide a traffic study at this point. We don't believe the project will be a detriment to the area. The area is already heavily developed commercial area for more than 30 years. Much of the traffic that's expected to use this site, we believe already passes through this intersection in Great Hill Road. We've got the Dunkin' Donuts that's already across the street. Traffic can get in and out, get into the Dunkin' Donuts, but the majority of the traffic that comes out of the Dunkin' Donuts has to come on Great Hill Road here, pass through this intersection. So we believe that the majority of the traffic that's going to be using this new site already exists at this intersection because of the current location of the opposite site. We're all aware of how Route 67 can back up at certain times, which it starts at Stop and Shop in Seymour, and it goes all the way up to Oxford Lumber. And that's just a function of Route 67 and the traffic on it and signals. And there's sometimes we're all aware of Route 67 is about. We don't believe this is going to make that any worse. As I say, we're working with Inland Wetlands and Aquarium, protect the sensitive environmental features on the site. There's the Little River in the aquifer protection zone, and the groundwater supply to the aquarium well field. And then number 4, the project's not expected to have any impact on public services, fire, police, sanitary sewer. It meets the criteria for a special exception. They have the full plan package here, which is all in the past. Specific question in the second time. We'll get to that. This is the overview. Here, what we're at.
Thank you. So we'll open it up first to any questions, condition like first, and then we'll move on to the public side in terms of any questions. Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Anybody go first? Yeah. Is anybody prefer to you go first? Okay. That's fine. So at this time, then we'll open it up to the public for questions on this. Regarding this, and I think we'll start with the room first, and then once everybody's got a chance to speak here from the room, then we're going to move to those that are with us virtually, and then we'll see if there's anybody that wants to speak a second time. So our audience, is there anybody that has anything? Please stand up and name and address for the record.
I'm Joe Federici, 11 Apple Drive, and I'm here in support of the project. Basically, on my way to work every day, I stop at Dunkin', and currently I'm lazy and I like to go through the drive-thru. So currently, there's 2 Dunkins on my way that have drive-thru to both in Seymour. I'd rather be an Oxford resident, spend my money in Oxford. So I'm in favor of the project.
Thank you. Is there anybody else here in the public that would like to?
Hi, my name is Miraj Naveed. I'm the regional manager for Seymour Donuts, the owners of 71 Oxford Road, Dunkin' Donuts. I would like to thank you for the opportunity for giving us the chance to present our case. I would like to thank everyone who came to support us. It's been such an honor and privilege to serve the community of Oxford for the past 6 years. Throughout these years, we've been hearing so many comments from our guests that they would love to have a drive-through, especially the people who travel, I believe, south. And mainly from ladies, pregnant ladies, ladies with babies that they can't come out, and then it's very hard for them, especially on the rainy day. So when the opportunity presented itself at 60 Oxford Road, it was just an opportunity that we can't miss, and we want to serve the Oxford community better. I would like for you to pass this and I'll thank you again. And if there is any questions regarding Duncan, I'm here to answer it.
Thank you. You dropped something, sir. Sorry. You dropped something. Appreciate it. Is there anybody else who would like to say that would like to bring up anything regarding?
I just, my name is Melissa,
First and last name.
Melissa Swan. And I have the
Yeah,
same,
I'm sorry, and your address.
my address, 147 Quaker Farms Road
Thank you.
in Oxford. I am totally in favor of this. I'm here to represent, my own business today, but I actually had no idea that they were considering putting a Dunkin' Donuts drive-through. And I have to agree, I have 2 young girls, and every day it's hard to, I work very long hours, and I've been wanting so badly a drive-through in this town. So I just wanted to say I would love to see this move forward. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody else here in the room that would like to add anything? Hearing none, Jess, we could open it up on the virtual side for anybody who has any comments.
Does anybody who's online want to speak at the public hearing? Katie Holmes. Katie Holmes. Kate. She says, Katie Holmes, we need her name and address, says, as a teacher running every morning early to work, I would love that we have drive-through Dunkin' Donuts in our area. We can order food, pay for it, and receive it all without leaving our car and not being late for work.
Thank you, Katie. See if there's anybody else virtually that wants to comment. Actually, hearing none, we'll go back and ask the question one more time at the end. So I'll open it up at this point to the commission if there's any questions they have for the applicant.
On the parking and the drive-through, it's a good idea for this drive-through, a lot of people want it, but I feel it's kind of dangerous when you pull to the right-hand side, you have your cars parking at an angle. If people pulling in, you got people backing out, you got a problem there, but if we have a way possible to turn those parking places long ways like we get on the other side. Get more movement there.
We have, basically, we've laid this out, so we have, there's an 8-foot wide lane for the drive-through. There's a 15-foot wide access aisle, and then we start with the edge of the parking spaces. So we believe that there's enough, definitely enough room to be able to back out of those spaces and then pull ahead without worrying about people in the drive-through. If we were just to put some parallel parking spaces on this side, we would only end up with probably 4 or 5 spaces as opposed to the 9 that we currently have. So it would cost us a number of spaces to just make this parallel parking on this side.
You say there's 40 foot, there's a 40 foot difference between the end of the park and the park pressure coming at an angle. And to the drive-through, it's 40 foot in there?
No, there's 8 foot for the drive-through lane.
Yeah.
And then there's a 15-foot wide drive aisle. Basically all the way around. And that parking exists beyond that 15 feet from the 15 feet drive aisle
16 here.
Yeah, I think it's another 15, it's about 16 feet. But because of the way the spaces are angled, we've got 16, 15, and 8, so that makes 36 feet from the curb over to the sidewalk. So it's just a one-way traffic flow. Coming from 67 stand to the right, around and back up.
You're still saying there's 40 foot between the parking spot. From here to here is 40 foot. 6 and
31. To the side.
Because when this application came in, I went down and I parked my car, and it didn't look like it was, I'm not trying to discourage you. Don't get me wrong, but I'm looking for the safety part coming in here. And these people gonna be pulling into this here. I just want to make sure it's safe enough for them as far as backing out an angle.
Right, so from the angle that those parking spaces are now,
Yeah,
that's not quite how they're going to be. They're going to be flattened out a little bit more closer to the curb. So we are turning those a little bit more closer to the curb to make it more accessible as you pull into those spaces as opposed to. Right now, it's probably 70 or 80 degree angle. And turn so that they're closer more parallel to the curb to allow for that drive-through lane and the bypass lane to be accessed.
in the back here, that's for the insurance company, the parking in the back.
Whether it's, other than the handicap space, okay, which really we don't have a better place to put it, and that is a good space for us, where it is now. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's about 6 parking spaces here. Generally, we would envision that being the police parking, whether it be the upstairs employees or Dr. Dawn's employees. We would envision those spaces being used by employees. Certainly leaving these spaces on the south side for patrons, and then also on the north side, there's a half a dozen there that could also be used.
You said this in the position for getting the large orders would be in the yellow area right there.
No, the yellow is really just a landscape pad out in the front. We have 2 spaces here, W1 and W2. That if you get to the window and the order's not quite ready yet, then you can pull ahead a little bit farther and be waiting on this side. That new door that we're cutting in out of the building opens up right here to the sidewalk. So we'll be coming out and getting onto that sidewalk.
Okay, so your order window is in the back, right?
Our order board is all the way back here at the peak of that.
And then you come around to your left.
And then come around and pick up our two.
Okay.
And I kind of jumped over. Part of the drawing set that we've had in the package is the floor plan. The vestibule stays as it is right now. Front area, that was 2 offices before that we renovated to 2 accessible bathrooms. And they would have a door that's going to be able for staff coming out of the surgery area to jump out and service those 2 cars if they're waiting. The drive-through windows out back there.
Just got one other question for you. According to regulations, 1 side per building, 1 sign per building. Suppose where you got 4 signs going up, 3 on the building, 1 standing.
We had 3. On the north side, we were showing 2, asking for 2. And on the side facing Route 67. 1 side.
You know the regulations call for 1 sign per building. Shed, 200. Unless I'm wrong. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm all set, thank you.
Was not the side on the 67 side of the building, but the other two sides, how large are they?
This one here is 17.58 square feet. Go to the front. And back, 14.2 square feet.
Thank you. Yeah, and the other question I had was, you said you weren't going to do the traffic study until after you get approval from this commission.
Why I said we're not going to DOT until we were confident that we had local. We didn't want to spend those dollars for the traffic study with DOT. We wanted to make sure that the traffic signal, right now, we are not proposing any changes to our driveway front or our driveway. Nor are we proposing any changes to the signal. That's something that DOT, I think, is going to look at a little deeper and help before we got there. We local approval before we got to that stage.
I don't have any questions on it, just something that I'm looking at it from the perspective of positive, right? Particularly when considering we have it now, right, which is essentially they're not conforming forever. And if you look at the stormwater management improvements, that's all. Those are my only comments.
I agree. If I had any concerns, would be more on this, the traffic pattern.
One of the questions that I had was looking at the parking on the drive-through side of the building. Yep. How is anybody parking in, space 20, 21, 22, 23, 24? How do they actually do that? They actually walk across the drive-through lanes, across as you get into the building?
Correct. And along with the backside of the building here, we have a stripe for basically a walkway, so that it wouldn't be impacted by the parking. We kept open, it's not paved, concrete sidewalk, but we do have it striped, and we do have some room there for that accessibility. So any of those cars there come across.
And one of the reasons I'm asking is actually a little closer down that side towards 67. I know when I go through the drive-through, you collect, you're juggling the coffee down, you're getting everything kind of squared away as you're driving out. And now to have people potentially walking across the front of you, who might be down in 22, 23, 24.
Those are employee parking spaces.
Yeah, those, between the back of the building or those on the side, that those would be the employee spaces. There's not so much going to be. So these spaces to the south side, those are the ones that we really should be the primary patron parking spaces.
You know where I'm coming from the safety. The other question I wanted to ask you, 24 spaces total. We know that according to the application, the staff were 600 biggest shift. Do we know what the staffing is for the insurance company upstairs as well too? So potentially at its busiest moment, how much parking is actually there for consumers?
Between our peak shift and upstairs, we envision that that's going to take about 10 spaces. So we're going to have 14 spaces left for patrons for.
All right, and just upstairs, I talked to them a lot about, they have an average of 2 employees per day.
I'm sorry. Sorry, since you spoke, I should ask the station name and address.
Jim Zuppos, 15 Africa.
Thank you very much.
The applicant.
Actually, I do have a question.
Please.
What's the maximum number of people that would be inside? What's the configuration from inside? How many tables are there? How many seats? Like if one person came in this with a car that sits in every chair, how much is there?
So, unfortunately, what you have as part of the set, there are 14 seats inside. Okay, table with 2, the accessory table with 4, 2 with 2 and 4. So very limited inside seat. Gentleman, Duncan can speak to it better, but certainly in this day and age, we're not seeing that people are coming in and staying to enjoy the property, to pick up and go, pick up and go. We have 14 seats inside. There is a pickup window for the online ordering. And then straight ahead will be your standard order coming out here and pick up. This is back up. Given the existing location of the drive-through window, given the existing block location, the inside is a little bit of a challenge, I think, to make that work. We have a limited number of seating there, and their sales are, just a center. Sales down to the pick up the work here. The inside seating is very good.
I believe, and again, I could be wrong, just in terms of, my looking at Dunkin', there's been some Dunkin' that have been developed where there's actually 2 workstations.
So you have some order kiosks.
That's just, everyone else curious if there's gonna be 1 order station or 2 order stations for a drive-through.
He's talking about the drive-through part, it's one. But inside there's kiosks.
3 kiosks.
Yeah, and there's also, what's it called? I don't go to the, what is it called, like the pre-order, you just go pick it up at the car. I don't know.
But from an actual vehicle standpoint, going through, there's only 1 spot for the vehicle order.
Some places are gonna have 2 lanes.
And that's why I wanted to confirm that.
It's a single lane, single member board, single point of order. Thank you.
We have any outside seating, we have any outside seating out there.
We not propose any outside seating at this time.
Questions at this time?
You guys are always
That is in the statement of use, 4 a.m., 10 p.m. or something, if it's not 24/7.
6 o'clock and open to our customers, the doors will open at 6 o'clock and close at 10. This is what we have for now, but 6 o'clock to 10 p.m.
That's a primary reason.
Yeah, we have spoken about possible next 24 hours.
Seeing no other further questions from the commission, I'd like to circle back virtually. Is anybody virtually that would ask any questions? of this whole- And to our audience here, is there anybody that's here that would like to comment at this time on the application?
Oh, when we are going to be planning on doing the whole parking lot. We graded, resurfacing.
Anybody else in the public? Hearing none, oh, sure, Commissioner Wilson.
Do you mind, if any commissioner takes a walk up there and walk the site?
No.
Thank you.
Yes. We will get our next meeting on November 16th. So that'll be. All right, then, at this time, since we don't have a meeting scheduled on election day, I entertain a motion to recess the public hearing until November 16th.
So,
Pat, and Keith, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time and participation. Yes, I just get my. Okay. All right, moving on, everybody. Our next topic is future public hearings.
We have a public hearing on 11/16/21. Application CPI 400 Boulder Pass.
Very good, so that's scheduled and all set. And then moving on now to regular meeting business. Do we have any amendments to the agenda?
We have none.
To the audience, it says, is there anybody in the audience that would like to discuss anything that's not listed on tonight's agenda? And virtually is also asking the same question, which virtually is anything that asking it's not on tonight's agenda. That's the second time to the audience has said this, please. Is there anybody who would like to bring up something that's not listed on tonight's agenda? Third time's a charm, audience citizens, is there anybody that would like to bring up anything that is not listed on tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we move on. Thank you. Mr. Secretary, is there any correspondence? Another. All business matters upon which a public hearing is held. We have a question, so you should make
The proposed amendment to the zoning regulations.
This is for the proposed 18-month moratorium on retail sales, manufacturing, and cultivation of marijuana cannabis. That public hearing was closed on September 7th. Commission unanimously approved an extension for action by November 16th, so that will be continued.
Then we have C-26 at 126 Oxford Road. That's the Dollar General Plaza. The special exception Article 10, Article 7, Section 723.6, Article 17, sale of alcohol beverages. The public hearing closed on 10/5. The commission action is required by December 2nd.
So it's up to for discussion. So open it up to the commission for discussion on the public hearing. There's a bill 2 weeks ago regarding this application for the special exception for the sale of alcohol. Open it up for conversation.
I think we covered the topics.
There's it right there.
Sort of surprise
There's only
copies.
is there any other, conversation thoughts that came up after that? Yeah, we have to share. Yeah, as I recall, one of the considerations we were looking at was the closed. One of them, they're also offering the application to stand on those sign out front. So it's just going to be a sign. Those are the two things that are. No, it's pretty much straightforward, standard screen discussion. Yeah, they still have to go through their state rules. So there's still work that has to be done there, but they can't afford until they have these. That we're making special exception for.
Maybe missing something that doesn't say here about.
I didn't add that because I wasn't sure specifically what you guys said about it. So I think we can add that to the.
Yeah. If you would do it.
Yep, sure.
Correct. And the other issue was the.
We wanted to have the dumpster bottle collection area, make sure that's the way.
Yes. So those two things that we will.
The trash and recycling.
The trash recycling area, that bottle collection.
Oh, which was that's.
To the commission. I would entertain a motion to approve application Z-21-146. So move. Congratulations.
I have to stop all of
I was with my.
Oxford Planning Zone Commission motion Z-21-126 applicant. David B. Such Viva, owner Napoli Woodbury LLC. Whereas Don B. Such Viva, applicant, and Mark Siliano, manager of the owner of the property, Napoli Woodbury LLC, have filed a special exception application for the property located at 126 Oxford Road, Oxford, dated August 31st, 2021. Whereas the Planning and Zoning Commission approved a site plan modification for the property located at 126 Oxford Road, Oxford, on March 8, 2018. Application Z-18-158. Whereas the approval of March 20th, 2018 approved 2 retail buildings of approximately 1,000 square feet combined to be constructed at 126 Oxford Road. Whereas 1 building containing 7,500 square feet has been built and is occupied, and a second building is the subject matter of the special exception application built. Whereas the applicant wishes to receive a special exception permit to allow him to utilize the second building, 50 square footage, of over 2,500 square feet for the liquor store. Whereas the commission has reviewed the regulations applicable to the sale of alcohol beverages in the establishment of a liquor store. Whereas the commission has considered the location of the proposed use in proximity of churches, schools, libraries, playgrounds, or any places frequented by minors. Whereas the commission has considered that the approval of the special exception for the liquor store is not detrimental to the public interest in the immediate neighborhood. The applicant has filed in support of the special exception application, one, completed application, two, statement of use, three, authorization for the owner, or approval of application C-158 from March 2018. Five, site plan, six, exterior finished plan, proposed elevations. Seven, applicant acknowledgement form. Whereas the prior approvals and condition for C-158 effective March 20, 2018 shall be in full force in effect. I make a motion to approve the special exception with the following conditions. Compliance with all town of Oxford regulations and ordinances in effect as of this date. Two, the applicant will be required to pay all costs, house special consultants or studies as deemed necessary by the commission at any time during the period from initial review through inspection and final acceptance and improvements. Three, the specific uses on this property shall be limited to those designated within the statement of use dated August 9th, 2021, and submitted as part of this application. Four, the applicant and his assigns must comply with all applicable conditions required by the OCCIWA fire police and ambulance. And this approval is conditioned on OCCIWA and emergency services, fire police and ambulance, and approval of any applications or conditions subject to this application. Five, all signs included within this approval shall be subject to approval by the Oxford Planning Zone Commission in accordance with the standards and regulations and guidelines as interpreted by the commission. Six, the applicant shall follow the town of Oxford's approved permit procedure, which includes reviews and sign-offs from the OCCIWA, CEO, WPCA, fire marshal, and other applicants town departments before commencing work. Seven, a copy of all state permits shall be provided to the land use office in the part of this file. Eight, the applicant and their assigns must comply with all representations made at the Planning and Zoning Commission regarding this application. Nine, the trash and recycling, and bottled water and bottle collection shall be closed. 10, minor sign or signs are appropriate. Is there a second?
Is there a second? Second, Commissioner Ross. All those in favor of the application? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Brett, can you just jot down the motion and second for Jess?
Josh, second.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you. It's a different hat tonight. It's a different hat tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're up to old business, other matters, none. New business, schedule a public hearing. New business, okay. All right, so we have new business, this is application Z21-149, 6 Benson Road, owners Brand Real Estate LLC, 37 Julie Road, Alberta. The applicant's Paragon Scientific Graphics, 6 Benson Road, Oxford, Connecticut. This is a use permit of table on highway.
That's okay. I wasn't waiting, actually. And my suggestion is this is, as far as I know, this is, where near complete. Instead of me putting it on every agenda and tabling it, why don't we remove this from the agenda until the appropriate time when we can, when they're in compliance with both.
I would entertain a motion to remove this item from the agenda until appropriate to be submitted. Pat, second from Keith, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Good call. Next up, we have application Z-02-237, Mountain Road Estates, Meadowbrook Estates, a bond release request, including 11 with cap extra.
So let me try to refresh your memory. Kathy came in first in 2020. And she kind of, that was, a lot of stuff was going on. So we resubmitted the letter to have their bond release for Meadowbrook because they were done. So we brought it to the commission, we sent it to Jim Gallagher, and then Jim Gallagher wrote the letter that she dated March 10th, 2021 in here. On page 30.
Oh, here, okay, got it.
And so it's been 1 year since they last closed. And so now they're asking for the remaining 10% of their bond to be the $30,000.
So October 2020 was the last time, was when the last house was secured, building was sold,
Yes.
which for the record was actually November 1st, 2021, so. So, the November,
I would say that you could make a motion saying the bond is effective.
that would be on the touch.
It's definitely off of,
I'm all for.
Do we need to make that or does it go towards the?
We're gonna make the,
And just like to replace the bond, and then walk through to make sure that it's all completed, sites that are all completed, plans are trees are done. That,
Jim did that originally. And that's how he came up with the,
that was it.
yeah, so I mean, that's up to you guys if you want to go out there and get it on final. That's.
And so, we're supposed to have a walk, we should do a walk, make sure it's complete. That's where we bring this in three definition. Then it's said that, was $30,000.
Yes.
I think you have to request it from, I think, it's nice to be able to do something about your, wait till 6 weeks to get a report from Jim Gallagher. It seems like he was saying that everything looked good a year ago, whenever he did his report, but I would just check it. And then, another 16 days is going to drive it race.
We can have Steve also.
Oh, I just press the CEO or Jim Gallagher to make sure. Then report back at the meeting of the 16th.
And the 16th, so we can process it. Sorry, that makes sense. That will be done in the last course. Right. So you have that to be able to, the recommendation to, either one, to report back. Oh, the call. Thank you, Jess. Next up, I have new business, we have application Z-21-157, 144 Oxford Road, Unit 1B. Thomas Keller Family Living Partnership, the applicant is Melissa Swan, Cultivated LLC, 42 Cherry Drive, Oxford. You're up. You're up. And again, I do already did it once, the name and address.
My name is Melissa Swan. My address is 147 Quaker Farms Road in Oxford. So I'm here today because we're just looking for a change of use. It was formerly a Subway. And we will be, you know, I, a little bit, just quickly about myself, I have 5 other businesses, so I do have a business background. But our dream was always to have offer healthier options, for the community. So we will be offering salad, soups, wraps, and shakes. There's not much of a change that we'll be making per se inside the building, with the exception of painting. And just, you know, making it more inviting of a place. There'll be 16, there'll be about 16 seats available. So approximately 4 to 6 tables. I forgot to mention that the facility, it's about 1,800 or so square feet. It will consist of, you know, refrigerated prep tables and counter space. We will not be, everything that is, that we'll be offering to our customers will be already like pre-cooked. So we won't have an oven. We will just be preparing the salad, so there'll be a lot of options for the customers. We'll have between, I'd say, 30 to 50 different items, proteins, vegetables, crunchies to add to the salad. We will have about 8 to 10 already prepared menu items for salads, and then they can turn any salad into a wrap. As far as signage, we're using the same existing Subway sign. We're not looking to make it any larger. It'll be a box sign that says our name only on it. There's plenty of parking. There's parking along the side, and there's also spaces in the front and in the main lot. There is already a trash, you know, dumpster with trash, you know, pickup. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. We're already approved by the health departments. We submitted it all in our floor plan. I've never done this, even owning 5 business, so this is great. If you have any questions for me, I hope I can answer them.
The letter from the Pump Rock Department of Health.
Yes,
Okay, it says that because of schedule, you're not gonna be able to open until December.
we are having a major issue with ordering equipment due to COVID and is what they're telling us. So some of our items that we've been ordering have been on back order. It's awful, so our goal is to open for November, but I don't know if that's possible with all the delays. Right now, there's still some equipment that's, you know, supposed to come in like mid-November, but you never know if like it'll be delayed. So that's the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, because that's the alternate schedule as early as you can, because she's already scheduling it to December. That's almost like.
Okay.
Have food.
There will be about 6 to 8 hot soup, you know, soup options, and then we'll have, you know, possibly some seasonal soups as well that we will offer.
There is food time. Monroe.
No, but I've been to, I don't know if they exist, but there's another soup place in Shelton.
Liquid lunch,
Liquid Lunch.
not there anymore.
Yeah.
Monroe.
Oh, love to visit.
Any questions?
No, those are questions.
I think we need something there. I know we talked about the appliances, because I got a photo of them, I can get those January.
It's awful.
And it's just,
Good luck with waiting.
I know, thank you. We're almost there. We have mostly everything, but.
It's the part we're stalling through. All right, so I would entertain a motion to approve 21-157. So. That's a trooper. Did that man a trooper. I was starting.
This is a use permit, approval, for application C-21-157. April 19, 2021. For address 144 Oxford Road, the owner applicant is cultivated, Melissa Swan. Motion by Bart Olds. Number one, applicant and their signs must comply with all representations and the planning and zoning commission meetings and their public hearings regarding this application. Compliance with the statement of use dated October 12, 2021. 3, compliance with the PDPH approved dated August 24, 2021. 5, there's no 4. 5, compliance with Oxford zoning regulations as of the state. 6, per Article 3, Section 3.19.1 of zoning regulations, the applicant shall be responsible for rendering payment from any outside experts, including signs, to review this application.
Is there a second to the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You're all set.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
So zoning enforcement, Steve is not here today, so he's by there. Minutes, we have minutes from September 7th, 2021. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. We also have minutes from September 21st, 2021. All set, next Chestnut's break. With motion from Pete to approve, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Invoices.
Nothing.
And now other business. Turn it over. to Secretary.
we have possible updates from the land use council.
Nothing to report.
Moves to a stage, bottom of lease discussion with possible action.
We're still waiting for the selection of the town meeting to protect us. I did speak tonight with Attorney Kaiser, I saw it on our agenda, and thought we were going to act. She was actually clean, she's on her way to another meeting, so she was happy to be released. But she had indicated in the perimeter map that we talked about, if they have it ready, just about. So I suggested that when it gets referred back to us, that this is the perimeter map, so we can deal with that at the same time as the bottom. So.
Okay, the thing is Public Act 21-29, the opt-out for parking and accessory apartments, especially with possible action.
I think we want to keep that on our agenda, just to keep it aware that it's there. And I think post the election day, with the commission, that's kind of, we're going to talk about it.
All right. And let's see, policy and procedures review, it's kind of a whole. Okay, any other items of commission you consider discussion? Yes.
Anybody else? Move on. We have a couple items for the, we have a couple other items for the last.
Okay. All right, now, all right, there's the opportunity for the town to purchase, with a grant, 81 acres of land that adjoins the Jackson Grove parcel, which would push that whole thing out to 200 acres, plus minus. Okay, John Curley, because the grant writer called me, I called John, he was acting chair. And then he spoke directly to Helen. So, and then I talked to a couple of commissioners on the phone that I could reach. And if it seemed like a good idea, John will forward a letter to him that the commission is in favor of this purchase. Now, the other thing, which I got handed tonight, which is news to me, also from the grant writer, has to do with another grant for ADA compliant trails in the Rock House Hill Sanctuary. And there's actually, we could actually decide if that's a good idea or not. Before we have to do this, send that to discuss.
So the two grants, do they, are the entire costs of the purchase?
I have no idea. Usually the grants, the town does incur some costs. And again, that's outside of my area of expertise. The reason she called me is more of the Main Street project. Committee together. So, I'm sorry. So she called me because she doesn't know anybody else. So, and John was acting chairman, so I went to him and I called the commissioners about it.
Just a yes or no answer. So with action, and particularly action tonight, this is simply an endorsement. We think it's a good idea. We're not.
Right.
We're not actually participating.
Board of Selectmen, I was just saying, I think.
Typically with the land acquisitions, what happens is this grant money available, the towns usually come up, I don't know if Oxford has one, but sometimes like an open space fund, take that money and apply that against costs that they have to come up with, that isn't covered by the grants. It's great what happening. And sometimes when it's donated, there's going to be, of course, going to be a negotiation of the value of that land and the price of that land. There can also be other negotiations with the people who donate the contribution to the town with the purchase price. So there's a number of things that we have to. But what all we're asking is to follow.
It's gonna be a great idea to go to the space again.
Yeah. Somebody from ADA can play.
No brainer.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's two separate things here.
Okay, it makes sense. Do the town get any kind of requirements tied to the grant? Would that land or other than? Leave it beyond us. I think true, yeah, you know, if we're getting, you know, positive recommendation, if there's something either tied to it, we should still, right. If there's nothing tied to it,
It's, you know, it's probably not a space grant.
yeah.
So it's just.
Which means you can't build any work.
No, but maybe similar improvements.
Right.
It's just, well, we charged, like, I remember 12 years back, I charged a couple applicants $7,000 per acre for open space. Now, that money should be going for open space, right?
Goes into the open space fund, but it was, I think, in wetlands budget. I don't know if it's still there.
So do we, pardon?
I was just saying, the open space goes into the town open space fund, so that's $7,000.
But that money should
Oh, no,
still.
wait, that's payment in lieu of open space.
Yes, that's it goes into.
It goes into that one, yes.
Okay, so that money is there for us to use for open space for the town.
Correct.
All right, but just want to make sure it's still there.
That money goes there, I don't know if the town has a budget line item, sometimes too, that goes in on an annual basis to boost the open space fund, in order to take an opportunity like this that comes up and says, oh, we get a grant, a little money from the account.
We got like seven applicants, or seven lot signatures, $7,000 per lot. Without the last 3 years or so.
That will go into that fund, will be held in the fund and be made available. And so the selectmen will go to the town meeting to authorize the use of those funds for purchase of active position of open space.
I mean, we're gonna go for open space anyhow, but it would be a good idea to find out how much money.
Yeah, that's the fee over what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on this property, for other reasons. And it goes from, Goodville Road all the way down to the river. And it's been forest management over the years. The elderly woman who lives on the property, it's her property, her husband did forestry. And now she's got a neighbor that's been doing forestry, so it's well maintained, properly cared for. That's her son, yes.
This is the property at Sherwood, the guy farming.
Right,
And one after.
this Vale had the permits for
Right, yes.
forestry. And again, because of her age and stuff, her husband passed, it was Jeff Drake, that was actually property.
But that's a beautiful property.
Yes, it is.
Well,
So, I guess we can let John know to go forward with the lettering.
Is there anybody who has any objections to telling John the locating versus something? And then also then for the Rock House, still 88 compliant trails and have access to.
Oh, what was that?
Very
Okay, and that one, I guess. She sent the thing.
That's what she sent me this afternoon.
So. you can fill it out and send it back to me.
Yeah. You think we should have a motion for this though?
Sure.
That,
I'll entertain a motion to authorize John Kerwin to send a letter to Helen endorsing the acquisition, the grant for the, what was the name of the property? The Vale property.
Second.
Second from Commissioner Spross, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I'll also entertain a motion for John Kerwin, send a note to Helen endorsing with the commission's endorsement.
Well, no, that's for
onto the center.
just.
Or Jessica, to endorse the DEA adding legal complaint trails to the Rock House extension. Second from Josh, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Who made that motion? Oh, Dave.
Yeah. I said entertained, but nobody spoke. So
Yeah, okay. That's me, okay. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any other items? I still have one. Any other items that should be necessary for discussion?
I just wanted to say good luck to everybody in the upcoming election.
Yes.
For all of our commission members around the state, good luck. I hope you all get reelected. You all do a fantastic job.
Thank you. Good luck to everybody. The last item I just wanted to throw out to you folks, some people know, with social media, not everybody knows. A few weeks ago, my wife and I have always had a dream of moving to, not 22 years, but we eventually wanted to retire in South Carolina. We always wanted to. I'm not ready to retire yet, but a few weeks ago, I got contact from somebody with a place in Florida where they check off every box and I could ever hope for to live in, and I won the offer. We just decided my job's 100% remote, I can do it anywhere, so we decided to take the plunge.
don't, then it's good for you.
And, the closing is gonna be November 26th. Yeah, our house came on the market last week, which is why there's been some social media with there, some people ready to collect ball. We're not leaving until the house is sold, but, it's looking like that November 16th, we will probably be the last. But just wanted to throw that out, if I can stay longer, I will, but.
That's happening.
What's that?
That's happening.
That's everybody's happy. That's what that is. Yes, that's a good deal. They'll have a pool, have everything all around.
Where,
It's there between, it's on the Gulf Coast, between Fort Myers and Naples. Cool. Yeah, so looking forward to it.
And years ago, my parents were retired from Florida. And they were going to get one of these, what they call mobile manufacturers homes. And they were sitting, they were watching that, having lunch, discussing it. This guy walked up to him, introduced himself. He's a builder, retired. To keep his licenses active, he had to put 2 houses a year. So he built a beautiful 6-room ranch for less than the pay for the trail, including a lot.
I believe.
The debt, was in Daytona. His neighbors were actively raising the passes, jackets.
And I know there's some that are anxious to go watch a certain game tonight. So, happy to stay in chat, but, not hearing anything else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor? Opposed? Good night, everybody. What are we doing?